Hey everyone, this is Natasha with Boston Collectors. This is my first solo video, and I sitting here over the last few weeks while you watched reviews from Jonathan, trying to figure out what I should show you. And I realized that my favorite figure should be the first one that you see from me. And this is the Joker 2.0 DX11. When I first started collecting, I didn't even know what was going on. I had no concept of Sideshow or Hot Toys or anything. So I was in love with The Dark Knight. I've always been in love with Joker, amazing villain. I stumbled across this article, I think. I barely remember, this was like 8 years ago, almost 9. And it was discussing and was reviewing this figure. By that time, back in the day, Sideshow would run out of pre-orders, completely sold out. So there was no way I was getting this figure from Sideshow. So I ended up on eBay, of all places. I think I paid, maybe 2, almost 3 times the actual original price listed on Sideshow. But I needed it. I loved it. And I just wanted to go over it with you today. So, first of all, the box. Purple is my favorite color. So, this isn't surprising that I'm in love with the box. There's nothing particularly amazing about the box, except for the way it opens, I suppose. There's a lot in here to go over. It's a Sideshow exclusive. It just says DC, DX, and Hot Toys, I believe, on the front, and then Joker 2.0. And yes, the gloves are way too big, but we'll work with it. You have Joker 2.0, DX11, and the box is old and it's been in my closet. As a matter of fact, I've been going over redoing my office where my figures are, so I decided to rebox all of my figures, and I thought it was a perfect time to show you. So this has been in the closet, and the figure's been on the shelf for quite some time. Take a look at the credits. Nothing here. Wow. I don't know if you can see really well, but we have graphic, why so serious. It's showing Joker 2.0 1/6 scale collectible, but I think everyone will look at this first. The Joker card. Now, I completely forgot this was in here, but I love it. As a matter of fact, fun fact, Jonathan has a tattoo of that on his cap. I should have a Joker tattoo, actually. I don't know why I don't. But have that, put that off to the side. And since this is the Sideshow exclusive version, I believe it comes with the clown and the detonator as the extra exclusive pieces. So we have the smiling face. Of course, we have the figure. Let me take this off. We have Joker himself. I just love it. Don't mind me, I handle my figures a little weirdly. I know you're cringing. I'm cringing as I do it, but I need to get them out. Let's see, we have Joker. Side. Tons of hands. The sculpt, smiling face sculpt. See. There. I'll take these all out and lay them out on the table for a closer look. The clown mask detonator that was exclusive. Just take all of this out. There's so much in here. Some of my favorite accessories of any figure that I have. Usually, and I guess you'll learn this over the course of all my videos, I have villains and horror figures. Those are my favorite type of figures. Not that I don't appreciate all the other ones, especially the ones Jonathan has, Star Wars, etc. But I really love horror and horror villains and just villains in general. So all these accessories which is probably why I don't mess around with them so much, because I could spend a lot of time messing with it and reposing. We have, let's see, the desk, the chair, a base, of course, a bunch of accessories, including money and guns. We'll take a closer look. And the backdrop. Now, I don't know about you, and I think it's been discussed before. Whoops. I don't really use these, but you know, it's good to have for those people that do use them. What do you think? Do you use them? I'm not sure. I think maybe it's just, I do have a lot of figures, so it's very hard to dedicate space for the backdrops and the figures. I usually have more than one figure on a shelf, so let me know what you do with yours. And next up will be just an overview. I'm going to lay them all out on the table for you. Let's take a closer look at just the first layer of accessories and a closer look at Joker himself. I believe I have the extra head sculpt on him now. That was my favorite head sculpt. So if we take a look at the figure with that on there, let's just say amazing detail. First of all, the face is amazing. Incredible likeness. The thing about these figures is that they have the movable eyes. Not on this one. I'll show you closely on the other one. Tailored to perfection. I love the colors. It's movie accurate. My favorite detail on this is actually, I don't know if you can see it really well, the knife pointing out of the shoes. Very easy to clip that on something, so be careful. His socks, of course. Weathered enough, and I know over time there's a problem. I mean, the coat looks fine. It is worn a bit, but I don't remember if it initially looked like this. Reminder, I did get this on the secondary market, but they said it was almost as good as new, but who knows? Back in the day, I just wanted it, so as long as nothing was missing and nothing was scratched up, I was happy. I've never taken off the coat. I'm not sure if Jonathan helped pose sometimes, so I'm not sure if this coat was on him before. You know, I think there's a scene with these 2 layers off. I've got to watch the movie again. And so I'm not sure. It's probably not that easy to take the coat off, honestly, but a beautiful figure. So this is the head sculpt that came on the figure. This is also with the eyes that you can move. So I'm sure a lot of you know how to do this, but actually, usually there's you could easily see basically how to do it, but in this case, it's right here actually. So, see, I just did it a minute ago. There you go. I usually don't move the eyes because I'm always fearful I'm going to put it in a position I don't like. But here you go. Here's the control. Pretty easy to snap back in place. And I'm not going to go through all the hands, but there are a lot of them because there are a lot of accessories between holding the detonator, money, guns, knives. You need a lot of hands. So, but more importantly, I want to go over the exclusives that came with the Sideshow exclusive version. So you have the clown mask, Pretty detailed. And then you have the detonator. It comes in, well, it comes separately, but you put it in here, you can, when he's not using it. I believe on my shelf he was holding this at one point. There we go for the first set. Okay, next up, some of the accessories, part 2. Mostly weapons and a couple of big items that I'll show you more closely. We have right here a stack of bills. They were out and we had to put them back in the plastic. There are a lot of them and I'm very afraid that I'll lose them, so I hate taking them out, but you can take them out, spread them all over the base. They're very detailed. They're all ones. You can't, there's nothing on the, oops. Nothing on the back side. They're plain, but the front is very detailed. An extra knife for the shoe I mentioned earlier, or showed you earlier. One of the cool aspects of this is, let's see if I can get it out with these gloves. If not, I'll take my gloves off. Let's see. This is great. Another cool functional knife. I love how detailed these things get. They put a lot of effort, a lot of work into them. Stack of Joker cards. Well, a stack of cards. The first one up. Again, I don't want to take them out of the plastic, but if you do want to see more detail, I can take some pictures. I think this would be very useful for gouging someone's eye out. Figuratively speaking, of course. Don't do that. Handcuffs. Let me save the pencil for a second. We have a shotgun. Very detailed. This part moves. Another gun. The cool thing about this one, you can take the clip out. And there's a mini bullet. Of course, one of the big ones. Movable parts, of course, be careful. I try not to, I don't think I'm using this one at all. Another one where the clip comes out. You see the bullet? Not hyper detailed, but there's some wear and tear. It's really cool. And the reason why I saved the pencil for last, because it actually goes with this. I mean, you could probably just pose them with it, maybe, but it's supposed to go in this desk. This is the desk lamp, goes on here. It doesn't light or anything. You have the desk scratched up. It's so cool. I never posed him with this though, but I love that scene. And the pencil, there's a little hole that goes in here. And a chair. It looks comfy, sort of. There's wear and tear. It's supposed to be worn. It's sitting in a police office. Station, sorry. And wear and tear on the bottoms. There's a little black and brown scratches. Awesome chair. It did come, since like I said, I don't use the desk or the chair. It does come with the standard crotch grabber and base. It's a great base. It's supposed to be rusted. I haven't used the lights in a very long time. I've taken out the battery. I usually don't deal with batteries because I don't want to unscrew them and have to monitor how long they've been in. Don't want to ruin it. Not that I'm selling this figure ever, but I want to take care of it as much as I can. Actually, I still have the plastic on the nameplate, but it does have these two spotlights. I'm not going to pull out the back, but I also, of course, the instructions. I did open these up, and if you do want to know how to safely take off his jacket and stuff, there are instructions in here. But I think these are useful for putting together the backdrop, which requires you to use these Velcro pieces. Put it together. It also teaches you about the eyes and how to move them around, how to get the back of the head off, example, stuff like that. I want to thank all of you for coming along and watching my first solo review. I'm in love with this figure just as much as I was the first time I saw it on the web. I knew I need to have it. It's very rare that you get to get one of your favorite figures, one of your favorite characters, and it be your holy grail piece. It's not that I don't love all of my other figures and want to collect more, especially those coming out, but if I didn't have this, I'd be searching desperately for it. I don't know what I'm going to do next or what I'm going to show you next. I do have other Joker pieces, so I might show you all of those and then start bringing in my horror collection. But thank you for following along. This is Natasha with Boston Collectors. You can catch us on Instagram at Boston Collectors and Twitter at MA Collectors. Okay, see you next time. Bye.